Hello, hello. Welcome to another night of the Digital Mock Circle. Whichever you prefer. So, we found this in studio. I figured this is a pretty cool, like already done Martian terrain. And so, building up the official city space sets here in studio uh, with what parts they already have, of course. Uh, and so that way we can get them put in here. So finished this one yesterday. So this is the space lab, and we finished the rover. Now Studio is missing a part for the rover, which is the little section that takes up this area back here. And then of course the springs are missing. So and they're just a recolor of springs that are already existing. I just took the existing ones and colored them to the ones that they were supposed to be. And it's sitting up so high because I've got it done as like a whole singular model. And since it's at an angle, of course, it decides that it's going to throw the whole. That is why it does that. Yeah. Yeah. Each side is its own little piece so that you can do things. We've started on the space base, the space base, and the rocket launch pad. We finished the truck already. We're going to actually just start on the base, which is what we have the instructions up there for. Now, Studio has some of the parts for the minifigures in it. It's like if you scroll all the way down here. Woohoo! Congrats on the first there, Courtney. So if you scroll all the way down, it has some of the stuff for the characters, but not everything yet. Going to be so I'm not really focusing on building all the minifigs and things like that just yet. We're just working on getting the actual buildings and stuff done because we're going to have to make some modifications to this Martian terrain here to get everything to fit on it. Because I want to put the main base here and then the science lab like over here. So we're going to have to probably cut out some of this crater. We'll be able to fit those in. And I want to put the rocket launch pad kind of diagonally back this way facing, like it's going to launch that direction. And then we can have like the rover over here and some other things, from like their little side builds or whatnot, we can incorporate those in here places. But yeah, to get a whole setup for for the city space stuff going. Yep. So that is what's on the agenda now. We had been working on Soundwave here. Made his legs, his thighs a little bit shorter and thinner so that they actually fit with the rest of things. I put one arm back because I wanted to see how that all would function. We're going to probably hold off on doing any more of Soundwave. I want to get the masterpiece version of him, the actual toy, because I want to see how that works and see if I can incorporate some of those things into the arms of Soundwave and into his legs. So that way we'll be able to get the hands to say fold backwards and into the arms like they're supposed to and things like that. Because right now his arms are designed like the official Optimus Primes down here, where the hand just folds backwards. So his hand would just come back this direction, back behind here, and would sit there, which isn't bad, but I mean, it's not great either, you know. And then we've got some things to do inside here for attaching the collarbone neck area with the head. It's where it'll be able to fold down inside here. And then the place to actually store the head so that it doesn't get in the way of the tape area, because this will hold tape like Soundwave or Laserbeak or Soundwave. This is Soundwave. It'll hold Ravage or Laserbeak. I don't know if I want to do like Rumble or any of the other ones, just because even with the actual toy, those have extra parts that attach to them once you convert them in from tape mode to robot mode. Like you've got to put on rumbles, like ground pounder pieces and things like that. Um, I kind of want to stick with the tapes where, you can design them where they're not going to need any extra pieces, because the whole point is you don't want to have to take something apart in order to transform it or to, convert it back into, whatever mode it's supposed to, be sitting in if it's not in robot mode. So I want to do a little bit more research into that before I finish him up. And then there's hey there, Asgardian. Welcome on in.
Hello. How's it going?
All right, all right. How about
Good.
yourself?
I'm doing all right.
Good, good. Just kind of going over Transformer stuff here,
Nice.
as I'm kind of putting a pause on Soundwave for right now because I want to get the masterpiece version of him and see if there's some interesting ideas for transformations and things like that that I can try and incorporate in here. I could probably do it without it, but I don't know. I kind of just also want to have the masterpiece version of the toy too.
Yeah.
I
But
only
you
have the
don't just have to buy it now. You can buy it for research.
Yep, exactly. Yep. And then after I'm done with him, I was thinking about doing either reflector. So he turns into the camera. It's like the three small robots that can all transform into the camera,
Right.
or doing the Constructicons that can transform into Devastator in this scale.
Okay.
And not the Michael Bay version, the actual G1 version.
That's the correct one to do.
What's that?
That's the correct one to do.
Yeah, yeah. Because balls dangling off the alien's posterior. I don't know. It's just it's it's funny, but it's like this is a robot civil war.
Yeah.
They're making jokes about it. So,
Why do the alien robots have human anatomy?
I know, right? And and it's like as they went on, as the movies continued to be made, like they got more and more human like. Like Optimus Prime got abs and
Yeah. The whole
my
design language just got messier as it went on.
hmm yep. And then it was another one of those things too is so with the first movie and even the second movie, um Optimus Prime, every single part of the truck was used in the transformation.
Yeah.
And then they kind of lost that as they kept doing it because now it's not about, like how cool is it to, actually make a transformer transform and move all the parts around. It was we need a new design because we've got toys that are going to be coming out of this and
Yeah. And they put a lot of work in the designs in the first movie
yeah.
to make them somewhat believable.
Yep. Now they made Bumblebee a Camaro because, that whole going from a tiny VW to like a giant robot doesn't really make sense.
Yeah. As if the entire premise makes much sense in the first place.
hmm Yep. Okay. Let's get to cracking on some of these. So I do believe this is going to be the robot that comes with it. So, did you see the Martian landscape that I found in the studio files?
No.
Which is what prompted me building these things in studio city space stuff.
No, I didn't.
So it's big. It's 4 base plates by 4 base plates.
Oh, wow.
So what I was thinking is put the main city base right here, the space base here. Modify this side of the crater to where the science lab can sit here and still connect to the main base. Put the launch pad back here diagonally. That'll leave
Right.
like things around to be able to have vehicles set there or whatnot.
Yeah. That'll be cool.
Because the city space stuff is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
When I saw it initially, I was like, Hmm, that might be that might be something to look into. And then I was like, all right, yeah, no, we're getting it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. My other thought process is too with these transformers doing them is it'll give some interesting insight into doing Gundam.
Yeah.
I may be able to figure out ways to make, stiffer joints and things smaller.
Yeah.
That's kind of the issue that I'm running into is it's like minifigure scale for the Gundam is it's too large for the normal joints, but it's too small for you to build the joint.
Right.
Skeleton arms. Bracket for the back. The other interesting thing too about all this space stuff is it's all electric powered. And it's like they're mining these crystals that are they're using for the power source. Luke
Okay.
Skydragon, you got second. Welcome in, welcome in. Here's this is what they do for like one of their singular batteries is it's just like the transparent round with the tile on top. And for the vehicles, you get a 1x2 tile with the battery and the indicators. Okay. Awesome, awesome. And then, yeah, these things just kind of plug in on a 1x2 jumper. And so that way, you really kind of neat. Submodel, because now the robot is done. Now we start working on the base. Here, out of the way. Bricks. Two of them. So are you using the new studio or are you still using the old version?
I think I jumped back a couple versions.
I did what Luke Skydragon did. I did a second installation of Studio and called it Studio 3.0. And so that way I could play around with it a little bit and see if I liked it or not. And it wouldn't mess up this one.
Yeah. Check out
Medusa. Hello there. Version are you on?
2.24.2.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the one I'm on. 2.24.2 for this one. Yeah. I don't know. Like those arrow things, it's going all right, Medusa. Going all right. How are you? Those arrow things bug me.
Yeah, I don't get them.
Yeah. Let me minimize this. We'll do.
Like the biggest problem with it is that it just closes off a bunch of functionality for other tools.
All right. So go over here. We're going to go center screen. So this way you guys can all see this new and improved studio. Like, I do like the simplicity of the menu on the side here and the ability to display welcome screen on start down in the bottom corner. I wish I could remove my name from here.
Yeah.
We'll shrink it a little. That way you can see it. Stop it. Stop it, Windows. All right. But yeah, down in the corner here, you can say yes or no down here for if you want this screen to show up when you start Studio. You can click on Open File. So we'll open the Space Science Lab here. So if I were to pull a piece out, set it down, click on it, you've got all these arrows showing the different ways that it can rotate.
Yeah.
That bothers me.
Yeah.
Like I'm
You
sure
can't you can't
someone
access the translate menu
yeah.
easily anymore.
Yep.
You can set up a shortcut, but
And it's like, if you don't know any better, you're just going to hit this arrow and it's going to do a 90-degree turn, you know? And
yeah.
sometimes it doesn't even do a 90-degree turn. Sometimes it'll do like a partial, Ooh, nice, Medusa, nice. But yeah, in order to get your wheel to be able to turn it, you've got to click on the little center dot. And of course, then it sits here and tells you what it's supposed to do the whole time, and it's in the way.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get why that tool was what they worked on of all things they could have worked on.
Yeah. Yep. Like they could have done some things in the instruction maker. They could have added more parts in, because like my rover is still missing a part. Like they didn't do the aircraft rear door section part.
Right.
Because right now it's only in two sets. It's in that space rover and it's in like some fire helicopter or a fire airplane. cargo
Right.
planes.
Yeah.
Like, I really would love to have a chat. Yeah, I would love to find who works on studio, like the parts, and find out how they decide what part gets designed and put in here and what doesn't. Because they have to have some sort of criteria. The Medusa gunk. The planet half parts. Not that I know of. Go main. That would be in domes. Cylinders or something like that, right? Oh, yeah, cylinder hemisphere. So there are these. The small world, Earth, or something like it. We've got 4x4 R2D2 head. Ah, here's an 11x11. This must be what you're talking about, Luke Skydragon. Ah, so these things. Yep. We actually get them to marry up with each other. Ah, so I see what it is you'll just do a second one of these, flip it over, and then they'll connect together. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was just seeing. Then drop her down. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. They're in there. They've got a tube. Yeah, that's pretty neat.